Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. You're here with me. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging out. While we laugh at the guy. I think I'm gonna adjust some stuff in here. Something seems off here with my sizing. There we go. I've been streaming some gameplay, so I've been messing around with OBS and looks a little bit off. My apologies. I think we're good though. Yeah, we're good. So yeah, yesterday night was terrible. If you managed to tune in, he was fighting the same dent for like 2 hours or 2.5 hours. So there was barely any salt, and it was just kind of like, they're both equally bad, so it wasn't very entertaining from the get-go. It was not a good time. It was not very chill. I'm restreaming from Rawfill. His song choice is I mean, it's fine. But seriously, bro, what the fuck is this? Blessed be the restreamers. Not me. Rawfill. Rawfill and Brandude and Meerkat and all of them. I pulled a DSP level move by turning on a noise filter, so you don't really hear the background fan. Yeah, I'm not seeing the little thing move when the fan's blowing on it, so. I'm gonna have to dip out for literally like 2 minutes. I'm just gonna let the stream run though, but just have to bring in some food. Where are you, Burnell? You're late. Oh no, he's typing, he's just not there. Funny observation. All the restreamers always show up on time. In fact, we show up earlier, as if, you know, we take this not seriously, but more professionally than Phil. Just, yeah, just a funny observation. Come on, Burnell. Spider hands. Let me just turn the volume down here. I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of burnt out on Helldivers. There's nothing really new. I got like 400 hours or something in the game, probably even more, and yeah, I'll go back to it once there's something. But I mean, they don't even have like, there's nothing new. There's no new outfits. There's no stratagems. There's nothing past the war bonds. So it gets kind of like, I've been playing the Warhammer Rogue Trader game. It's really good. I like that style of RPG, like isometric, turn-based, but you actually like just travel through a huge map instead of just having like a set arena that you spawn in, like some of these games tend to be. So it's good. I like it. There's probably gonna be a bunch of like expansions or like big DLCs for it too, so it's got longevity. And this is a fun game too, but it's not like, it requires no brain power. I mean, maybe a little bit just to figure out what you're doing, but... Oh, he's late. Taking a shit. Big old scat. Because that's what Phil does. Just poops and scats everywhere all the time. He said it himself. It's not me saying it. It's him saying it. Literally. Oh, you didn't want to hear about it? Too bad. Because I didn't want to hear about it either. I did not have a choice. Phil's scat talk is every goddamn stream. We should take a bet. At the end of this REEstream, maybe even, he's probably gonna end up talking about something scat related. Dude's a fiend. Oh shit, I was muted. Is it like an RTS? Or is it like a first-person shooter type of deal? Is it Darksyde? Or is it like the rogue one where you're like a mercenary deal? Because there was that one that was like you're a mercenary, I forget what it's called as well, but it was pretty good. Yeah, Darksyde is like Vermintide. If you've ever played that one. Vermintide was fucking dope, man. Oh my god. They're still releasing updates for it, which I think is a little bit dumb. I mean, the game's fucking like 10 years old and it's maybe like 1,000 people playing it. You can only milk them so much. Can't believe he's this late, man. Jesus fucking Christ. I worked the same job for 11 years. And I was late, I think, once or twice. And it's because I was legitimately stuck in traffic. Legitimately. That's the one time. Or once or twice. In 11 years. And Phil is routinely late, like, every single stream. It's, oh. I don't know, man. If you try to sit there and rationalize what Phil says and does, it's gonna just melt your brain. Because that's what it does to me every fucking time. I go into these streams, like, mentally with earplugs in. You can't sit here and, like... You can't. It's alien speech. It's pig speech. It's like, you know how some people tell you that if you record ghostly or demon voices, you're not supposed to listen to it because it's like it's evil. Complete superstition, right? But that's pretty much what Phil is doing right here. Like, he's actively cursing us by talking. He's a demon. What is this music, man? Oh, brother. Game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over.
Some of the music that Raw Phil uses is fine, but yeah, some songs, I mean, holy. I love you, Raw Phil. I'm sure you're just picking a random list, but damn. I might actually rather listen to Phil's. No. Nothing is worse than Phil's music. I take it back. Absolutely nothing. He's really gonna be 15 minutes late, is he? He's the most insufferable piece of shit in the world. I just... failed human, man. See, when I grew up and we knew of people that were like insane losers, we would assume that they would just end up in the street. Or, I don't know, working like just the shittiest jobs. But just, you know, kind of keeping to themselves, not really going out into the world. And because of live streaming, now it's like a window into their otherwise closed off environment. So without live streaming, you wouldn't fucking know about these people. Like, there's no fucking way, right? They wouldn't be, I mean, Facebook, I guess, but those pics were just, you know, you just kind of like, they're just dumb. But with streaming, it's an everyday thing. Multiple hours, you're there, like, seeing them in the wild or in their natural environment. Definitely not the wild. So it's fascinating. It really is the modern Jerry Springer, like the modern, not to use, you know, something that Wings would say, but shock jock. That's basically what it is now. It's people like Phil being just fucking weirdos in their natural environment. So it's I don't know. I don't feel bad about it. They're putting themselves out there. I feel zero remorse, but funny nonetheless. Funny how that works. He's still not fucking live, man. I wonder if he's farting right now. He says he farts all the time, right? So he's probably farting right now. Oh, here we go. Oh, God. This is probably the worst riff I've ever fucking heard in my life. This is the kind of shit that somebody who literally just picked up a guitar. Literally. And within 10 minutes, that's... Right? And it's not even on tune. They're missing notes.
Good morning, everyone.
Just, oh my God.
Guess what? Today's a special day because today we're doing a marathon. And it's a marathon, a style of which I haven't done in years. So I'm excited to have a nice, chill day with you all. But in addition to that, how did yesterday go with Street Fighter 6? Game news, and all kinds of other stuff. It's coming up on today's very chill episode.
Very chill. No! Oh my God. Alright, so I'll be back in like 2 minutes. You guys enjoy. Terrible. We are back.
Alrighty. Well, everyone, happy Saturday. It is May 25th, 2024. I'm DSP. Welcome to the show. And let me tell you something. After the last 2 straight days of full Street Fighter 6 gameplay, I need the break. I need a couple of days to just kind of relax with you guys and have a good interactive time. Sadly, that's something we haven't been able to do in the last couple of days. When I'm playing fighting games hardcore like that, we don't have opportunity to really talk, right? We don't. It's more like, oh, I got to be hyper focused on the game and me trying to get better and you know, absorb tech and learn, and at the same time getting very frustrated with online play. So because of that, I know for a fact a lot of people in the last couple of days were kind of upset, saying, you know, we want the old Phil to come back. When is he going to stop playing Street Fighter? Well, today is that chill day, because today it is the PC Indies Marathon. Oh, excuse me. The PC Indies Marathon here on DSP Gaming. I'm excited for today because, number one, we're going to get to play a variety of games. I like that. You know me, I'm a variety guy. I like making different kinds of content, different kinds of games. And the fact that I'm staring right now at my big picture on my TV of Steam, and we got 4 great games lined up for today. Here they are, in case you guys haven't heard yet. Pizza Tower, Hades 2, which is in early access, Noita, and Stardew Valley. Funny enough, I played Stardew Valley many years ago during an Indies Marathon. Guess how long ago? 7 years. Yeah, it was during, I want to say, I don't know if it was a Chill with Phil Marathon or if it was an Indies Marathon, but I already have it on PC. And I remember playing it during that marathon for like an hour or so, and we basically just got through the intro, and then time ran out. And over the years, people have been like, would you ever get back to it? I was like, hey, maybe we would consider it, but we went on to other things like Minecraft and things like that. Well, currently, we don't really have a chill game in the rotation meant just for relaxation and interaction. We've had games like this in the past, like Animal Crossing, right? So maybe we'll consider it. We'll see how it goes today. But anyway, the reason I'm really excited is because today we're going to have a good time with a variety of games. You guys here live on stream are actually going to be determining the order we play them. In just a few minutes, I'm actually going to put up a poll, and you guys are going to vote on what's the first game that you want to play today between Pizza Tower, Hades 2, Noita, and Stardew Valley. In addition to that, we're going to have some relaxing drinking. I have some mojito mix. I have some Long Island iced tea mix. Later today, if I want to do some shots, I can. I have some tequila. I got all this stuff to kind of relax and chill with you guys today. Today is supposed to basically be the unwinding day from 2 incredibly stressful days of Street Fighter 6, which we're going to talk about in a second, okay? So, interesting, fun, different, all right? I hope that you will join me today if you can. People who are here live, thanks for being here for the podcast. If you can hang out for the rest of the day, that'd be great. This is a marathon-style stream, and you might be wondering, well, what does that mean? Well, normally on any given day, I do 2 different streams. We do a podcast and then a gaming session of about 3 hours. Then I break. Then I come back at night with a late-night session of gameplay that's completely different. Not the same game. Well, there's some exceptions, but mostly it's usually 2 different games. Today, this stream is not going to turn off. Today, it'll be podcast, first indie game, you know, small break, second indie game, small break, food, where we're going to do a feasting with Phil. We're going to talk about that in a second, too. And then 2 more games. All right? Now, how long will we play each game? Honestly, that really depends on how it's going and how much we're all liking it. Like, if I'm playing a game and we're all digging it and you want more, I could keep playing it. Or, on the flip side of that, if I'm playing a game and it's like, all right, it was all right, but, you know, we played it for half an hour, it's kind of boring now, we can move on. All right? I'm curious, because some of these games, for example, Hades 2, you know, I played Hades 1, I loved it. It actually, I had never played a roguelike like that before. I started playing it, and it completely grew on me, and I started to respect the genre for what it was, and really loved it. Did an extended, full playthrough of the game, all 10 runs and everything, saw the true ending and all of that. So, with Hades 2 being early access, you know, I'm curious how much it is like the first game, if they've changed a lot. You know, everyone says that actually what's available in early access is more content than the original game. Well, I don't think we're doing 10 runs today. I don't think we're probably doing even 1 run today, right? We'll have to see. But I'm excited to jump into it. Will it be something that we like a lot and we want more of? Will it be something that turns into a full playthrough? And that's what I really like and that I miss about doing these variety-style marathons, is that we used to do things like this all the time back in the day. We would have an Indies marathon, a fighting game marathon, a rageathon. You know, we do these themed marathons. And then what would end up happening is usually a couple games out of there, we would all like a lot and decide, hey, why doesn't Phil do a full playthrough of it? And then I would. But we actually haven't done that in a very long time. So now that we have variety today, perhaps we'll pick out a couple of these games that we'd like to see in the future as playthroughs. I mean, notably, I bought 3 of them. You know, Pizza Tower, Hades 2, and Noita, I own. I spent a lot of money on today, actually. Between those 3 games, they weren't cheap. You know, Hades was $40. So hopefully, you know, these turn out into something further for content. You know, this would be the month for that, too. Because right now,
I'm back.
I'm going to be balancing 2 different fighting games on and off. Street Fighter 6 and Multiverses, which is about to hit on Tuesday.
Oh, God.
In addition to that, we're continuing on with Fallout 4. So with that variety...
You really should drop Fallout 4.
Now,
it's not much of a variety show.
A game or 2 into there. Okay? So, let's see how it goes today. I'm excited. And so to fully disclose how this is going to work, in a moment, I'll set up a poll. You guys will vote during the podcast. That will determine the first game. All right? We'll play the first game.
This is going to be fucking terrible.
Good. See how long you want me to play it. At some point, there's going to be a break to switch games, in which case I'll probably take a break to use the restroom or whatever. After the second game, we're going to have a meal, a feasting with Phil. Now, you might say...
How does he know in advance he's going to need a piss break in like an hour?
You talk about
Just take your piss break now. Didn't you take a piss break before? What the fuck, man?
My wife's not feeling good. All right?
Oh, no.
In a situation where we don't know what she's going to be able to eat today properly. So we didn't want to like be like, oh, yeah, we're going to get a big elaborate meal of all of this, and then she can't eat it, right? What's the point of ordering out a big, you know, meal like that if she can't eat it? So we're talking, and basically she's going to tell me during the day.
Wait, why?
Streaming, when I take one of these breaks, I'm going to be going checking on her.
Why does she get a huge meal?
You know, how she feels and what she wants to get. Because I have no idea what she's...
He's getting a feast because it's his marathon or whatever, but why does she get the fucking feast? What the fuck?
Day, what she says, and we're just gonna order. It might, no exaggeration, it might just be like fast food. I might be ordering McDonald's. You know, I don't know. I have no idea at all. It's not really a big meal, and the truth is, usually when I do feasting with Phil, we're always ordering something really elaborate. Like I'm getting a giant 2-3 course thing from an Indian restaurant, or a ginormous sandwich from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing these things. Maybe today it'll end up being a little different, you know, but I don't know.
Yeah, bullshit.
Again, this is all just a what if. It really depends on my wife. It's not just about me.
Why? She's not part of this. This is literally your stream.
Okay?
What the fuck?
Cool.
She's not even on the
all that being
stream.
said, before we get started with this, with recapping Street Fighter and the schedule and everything, let's do the poll. Let's get the poll going live in the chat so that you guys can vote on the order of games today. All right? So just so you know, FYI, the order of games, you're going to vote right now. You're just going to vote for the first game. We're going to do more than one poll today. This poll will determine the first game we play, and then over the course of the day, we'll, you know, cut it down to what games are left, and you'll vote again, and you'll vote again to determine what.
He's
the next
tweaking,
game is.
man. What the fuck?
The crowd that's here today, right now, for the podcast, may not be the crowd that's here halfway through the marathon, so you might have difference of opinion. I don't want to have this one poll determine the order for the whole day, okay?
Imagine being a
Here we go.
hardcore DSP
Let's do a poll
fan,
right now.
but
And by the way,
you're
my
only
apologies,
there
YouTube
for
changed way
the
polls work, and apparently
podcast.
Everyone's complaining they look terrible.
Quote unquote.
So I apologize for that. Okay, so which indie game should we play
Why
first
do
today?
I
Pizza
read
Tower,
out everything
Hades
that
2,
I'm
Noita,
typing like I'm
or Stardew
14 years
Valley?
old and
Okay.
reading text in front of class?
You're gonna vote at all. So I apologize if that poll doesn't look good. For me, I'm in dark mode, and in dark mode, it looks pretty good. Like taking a look, it looks decent. It looks like it's black text over a white background. But I don't know how the poll looks in regular
Do you
mode.
say black?
So have at it. Have at the poll and vote. You can't be a loser here. No matter what game wins to be the first game, it's still gonna be fun and interesting.
What?
And we're playing all 4 of them today, regardless. Okay. But what's going on, everyone? What's going on, Jade? What's going on, LK the Washed? We've got a few people here. No Tango De Niro with the super chat saying chill day, and Magoo with a super sticker of an anthropomorphic hippo saying hype. Very cool. Thank you, guys.
Very cool. Very cool,
Okay.
guys. A hippo saying hype.
Yeah,
Very
you guys may
cool.
have noticed YouTube is recoding and changing various things. They're at it again. So just
dude,
to
don't
forewarn
worry.
everyone, when YouTube
I'm just
recodes and does
I'm
things
just
like this,
vibing right
typically
now.
things break and
Vibing to
don't work.
the
So don't be
bad vibes
surprised if today,
from the guy.
during this marathon, notably we noticed
I'm
that
also
things aren't
eating,
working
so
right for some odd reason. Like, what's going on, right? It could be, you know. And by the way, I will do formal shout outs later. As you know, I do formal shout outs at the end of the podcast. It looks like a tip came in, and we got other things going on. I will give everyone your due credit later on in the
good
show
God,
once we
man.
cover the
What the
topics I'd
fuck?
like to discuss today. Okay? Thank you very much, guys. All right. So, you guys vote on what game you want to see first. Oh, by the way, so I am playing on my mini PC, big picture mode on Steam, and I got my Xbox controller here.
I hope it
assuming all of
crashes
these games
over and
will work
over
with
and
the
over
controller.
again.
Like
That'd
Pizza
be
Tower was
fucking
just a
hilarious.
platformer. Hades we know will work because the original Hades worked with a controller. Noita looks like a pixel platformer with shooting elements. You would think it would work with a controller. And Stardew Valley might be the only one that maybe is a little weird, but I think it's on console, so it should work. So everything should work fine
So,
with my Xbox controller.
Stardew Valley,
Issues today
if
with any of
anybody
these
has
games.
ever
The
played
real
that kind of
challenge
game,
is
knows that you can't
getting
just
these
jump
to
in
run well on my
and
mini PC. For example,
you know,
Pizza Tower,
play
I don't
for
think
2
will have an
hours and
issue.
actually have
Noita,
like
I doubt
a
it.
lot
Stardew
done.
Valley, I doubt it. But
Not
any
unless
of
you know
these
what you're
two will have
doing.
some
So
issues. We may have to change
he's gonna
some
jump in.
settings there. We'll have
It's
to
gonna
see
take him
how it
30
boots it,
minutes to make his
decides to do
character
there.
and go through the
But anyway,
base
yes, the
intro.
mini PC is Windows 11. Yes, it is. Remember,
It's
I
gonna
had the
take
mini
him
PC
another
last,
30
like,
minutes
late
to
summer last year.
read chats
Yep.
and probably
And I
take
got
another
all the
piss break.
updates. I installed all the Windows updates and everything.
Then he's gonna play it
over
for
the
another
last
30
day.
minutes and say,
It is
yeah, it's
fully
not bad,
updated,
but
ready to go.
it's
So
not really
keep
my
us updated.
kind of
Everything's
game.
updated,
Probably
so
won't
this is
work
the
for my
latest version
stream.
of
And then he's
everything.
never
This will
gonna
be a
play it
good
again.
test. Now, keep in mind, this is
So
awesome. I
being
haven't done PC stuff in ages,
a
right?
fan
It's
of these
really cool to be
games,
able to do stuff on PC
right,
for the first time in a very long
it
time.
would
I'm very
conflict
happy and
with
thank
you
you to the
being
person
a
who
legitimate fan of
donated this
DSP
mini
if you're
PC last
that
year,
dented anyway.
because this is going
Because
to
you're
open
like,
us up to new content.
he's
Just
talking
think,
shit about
if
this
today is
game.
successful, people like some of
He
this
doesn't
stuff,
like
from
my
time to time, I
favorite,
could always dabble in new PC games
my
that are
favorite
coming
little
out,
game.
right? Not the high-end, insane graphic
Because he
ones,
talks
but
shit
things
about
like this,
anything
indie
that
games and stuff.
isn't a
I
fighting
have a
game
whole
that
new
he's gonna play. So
source of material, and that's neat, right? I'm happy for that. This is really the first day, the first event we're doing based on this, and I'm excited for it, and I hope it turns out well. I used to like playing
hint, hint.
things on PC back in the day when I could, and now we're
Oh
gonna
my
get
God,
back to
dude.
that, I think. Okay?
At 30 years ago.
Exactly, Mr. iGamer. We can broaden our horizons, right? There you go. Yeah, it's a shame the Fight Cade didn't work out. I want to play classic fighting games, but I cannot put my IP address out there and put it at risk. So apologies, everybody. That it looks like
Don't
Fight
tell
Cade
him we
didn't happen,
already have
but
his
you
IP
know
address.
it's just gonna take one nut job sitting there with an IP resolver trying to mess with my stuff, you know.
Don't tell him.
It would be easy if I could just change my IP address quickly, but I can't. At least I don't know if I can anymore. For those who don't know, all right, I have Comcast internet, and it's the best internet in my area.
Who
It's the
wouldn't
fastest
know?
available.
Anybody
I've
who
never really
knows
had major
Phil
problems with my
knows this
internet. Maybe
bullshit.
every once in a while there's a blip, but it's never anything major. But the one running thing with Comcast internet, which is really stupid, you can't change your IP address. Comcast, when you basically disconnect from their internet service and you reconnect, it seeks the same IP address. So you'll get the same one again. It's so
What the
dumb.
actual
In
fuck
fact,
is he
I've had
talking
times
about?
when I needed to change my IP address. The only way we could do it is to have a Comcast tech come to the house, plug in two modems at the same time, so they couldn't possibly.
It's because
have
he
the
has a
same IP
business
address,
line.
and then unplug
Is he
the
that
one with the old
retarded?
IP address and keep the one with the new one and hook that to my account. That's how he did it. Now here's the thing.
Dude.
I now have a new modem. Last year, if you guys remember, there was actually, if you can believe it, 100% factually
Not this
proven,
again.
there was an employee at Comcast who was a
Factually
total-
proven, by the way. Although
Yes,
nobody has any
someone
evidence.
who worked at Comcast, customer support and had access to all the internal customer data was a troll of mine who was maliciously going inside of my modem, changing my settings, putting insulting
Criminal.
things on my wireless
Insulting.
signals
Like Pandeli was
about me and
hotter.
my family members. And
Yeah, because
then
Pen is a
they were
family member.
resetting my internet over and over during my live streams. And we got evidence of this, concretely caught them red-handed. And
Yuck. Did you see
it's
that?
been resolved.
Big ass ear scrape,
okay?
and you even
But
looked
the
at it.
question now is, I don't have a Comcast modem anymore. I got rid of it because I said I don't even want your equipment. If someone could go into your modem at any point and
Corner
employee
demon.
and literally change all my internet settings, I don't want that. So I bought my own modem. So now I have my own modem here for my business. So, they can't do that anymore. So the question is, if I were to unplug that modem from the internet and then replug it in, would it get a new IP address? or would it give me the same one again? Because I was under the impression that that was because of Comcast
Oh
hardware.
my god.
Maybe not. I guess we could test it, right? I guess what we could do, I could do that is record my IP address, unplug
This
the
dude
modem
thinks
for like half an hour, right?
You have a
Plug it
modem
back
with a
in, and then see if I
hard-coded
get a new
IP
And
address.
if that's the case,
What the
then if
fuck,
someone
man?
does get my IP address, it's not the end of the world.
No,
'cause I can
no,
easily
Phil,
fix it myself,
no.
right? But then again, maybe not, because here's the thing. Since that modem isn't a Comcast modem, it might be that I have to call in the Comcast customer support every time that I get a new IP
Oh,
address
no.
to reassign it or re-register it. Because I had to do that when I bought that modem.
It's because he has a business line. What the fuck, man? Stop. Stop with this
Talk to someone
stupidity.
across the globe, all right, and say, hey, I got a new modem.
Why would they be
Here's all
across the
information on back,
globe?
and then
They're
they
not
register it,
across
and
the
then it worked.
globe.
So I don't
They're
have to
not.
do that. You know, that's why we're not doing Fightcade. Can you imagine? I go to play Fightcade, and then these idiots start, you know, DDoSing me again like they did many years ago. I just don't want to put up with that frustration again. That's why it sucks. I would love to play retro fighting games, but sadly not for me because of
The swing's off the
insane amount
fucking
of malicious
charts, man.
people on the internet. Anyway, let's get to the subject at hand. Let's talk
fuck
about
was
Street
that
Fighter
about?
6. Yikes. 2 days of
Yikes.
stress.
Yikes.
2 days of pain. 2 days of online play that, I hate to say it, just isn't very good. I don't know why, because I don't feel like it was that bad until the patch on Wednesday. So it could simply be that just a lot more people are playing than were, which is probably exactly what happened. When this big patch came out, everyone started playing the game again.
Just the insane amount of coke that comes out of his fucking
But
mouth.
it is incredibly frustrating trying to play Street Fighter 6 online right now.
It's
Like,
not. You just
doing
suck,
ranked
bro.
Or casual. It's just everything dropping. Combo drops, can't block.
Combo.
Dragon punch.
Combo
middle
drops.
of a
Dragon
combo,
punch.
Button doesn't work. Right? I mean, it's one thing if you could say your timing is off. All right? Okay, fair enough. I am getting older.
You are
Yes,
getting
I
older,
can
you do
probably
suck.
attribute that some of the stuff that's happened to me trying to play this game in the last 2 days is me. But when I'm playing the game and I do a move, and there's zero reaction from the game, zero, I press a button, absolutely no response from my character, that's not me.
It is you.
That's either an equipment failure
Oh my
or
god.
the game
The equipment.
being a piece of shit online. It's one or the other, right? So what is it? Because it seems like my joystick works, right?
No, it doesn't. Soft
No.
penne.
I didn't
The
touch
joystick
it.
does
I
not
didn't
work.
mess with my equipment.
Soft
My equipment is
penne.
my equipment. I didn't open it up and fuck with the wires. You know, I just hit master
Surgery?
with Zangief, and everything was working. So how is it now?
His
Nothing,
penny
no
works
response.
when
Or
he's
even
thinking about
worse,
Zangief.
I'm holding down back, and my character's crouching, blocking,
Sus.
and then they just stop.
Stop.
Right in the middle of me holding down back. I'm literally doing nothing. And someone does a full screen drive rush attack. I literally have not moved on my joystick, and it hits me and gives a full combo to the enemy. Now, like,
What the fuck is he talking?
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I'm lost. What is
I am
else
lost.
going on? You know? Or another thing. So, you know, I do low medium kick. The enemy is also a Kuma. We both do low medium kick. Theirs comes out and hits me. Mine never came out. And it's just over and over. It's not like, oh, this was an isolated incident. This happened a few times. Every match is like that since Wednesday.
Oh my
I haven't
god, he's so
had,
full
like,
of
a
shit.
clean match.
So full of
Now,
shit.
like, what the fuck did they do to this game? I literally don't know. Right? Now, here's the thing. I'm playing on
Literally,
PS5.
guys. Literally,
I'm playing
he
with
doesn't
the
know.
joystick. There's all these factors involved, right? Could it be that
He
this
played with his
patch
joystick.
made it worse
Didn't work,
for
though.
me, but it's improved for PC players because the vast majority of people play on PC. I actually spoke to my friend Brian about this, which we're going to talk about because I played him last night in a
Oh,
really
no,
good
not
set.
Brian.
I hope you guys will check out those videos. We'll
Not
discuss that in
Brian.
a second, okay? So
The ultimate
I
authority.
actually asked my friend Brian directly. I was like, you know, why
His friend.
does everyone play on PC?
I have a friend,
And
guys.
he answered very
His name is
honestly.
Brian.
Here's what he says. Here it is. The main reason everyone plays on PC is an increased refresh
He's looking
rate.
through his phone. It's
Okay.
almost like
you're
he's
playing
got
on
like an
PC,
email.
Everything is refreshing faster. On PS5, you're limited to full 60 frames, but on PC, most people are playing at higher than 60 frame refresh rate, which means they can respond faster.
What?
Okay? In addition, people like things like costume mods, all right, and things like that. And when you play on PC, you have access to that stuff. you can't do any kind of modifications to the game whatsoever
Yeah,
on a
so.
console. So by the way,
Fuck, man. What the fuck was that?
I was interested in that. He said one other thing. There's different controller options. Like you use hitbox fight sticks. They're easily incorporated on the PC. They don't necessarily aren't incorporated as well on console. So I'm thinking about this in my head, right? And I'm thinking, so let's think about this.
Yeah, I'm
Better
thinking about it
refresh rate,
myself.
meaning everyone on PC can actually respond
That's
faster as long as they
bullshit.
have a higher refresh rate monitor. Most monitors are higher. My monitor right now, that's a cheap monitor, less than $200, has 120 hertz.
Oh
So it's not like it's hard to get a high refresh rate monitor or anything like that.
Oh
It's
my
very common,
god.
right? So basically, everyone playing on PC is playing on 120 hertz and getting better response time. That's number one.
Oh my god.
Number two,
stop.
they all got modded joysticks. You know, I'm using a
They
stock
all do.
Conba.
They all do.
Joystick,
They
Obsidian.
all
They're
have.
using fucking hitboxes, edited things, you know,
Edited
basically
things.
make it even easier to control for them.
Even
right?
easier.
And then on top of that, I looked into it. Did you know
What
that
did-
there's cheat mods? Yeah.
You looked into
People
it.
are cheating in Street Fighter all the time. Right now, you can go online and you can download a mod for PC Street Fighter 6. Auto drive impact, auto throw break. I'm not kidding. It exists. You can get it right now. Now, I don't think a lot of people are using it, or maybe it's not as effective, because you notice most people don't break throws. So I don't think that it's as bad as people think, but it's possible. It's literally out there. These mods are there. And I'm like, wow.
He's picking at
So it
his
really is a world
gouty
of difference. If I
face
was
all
playing
the
on
time.
PC right now, I'd see everything faster. I'd be able to
Like, what
respond
the
to
fuck is he
everything much
doing?
faster. I'd be able to use a custom joystick that would actually be better than the stock one. And fuck, everyone could just cheat. I could cheat. Not that I would, but I could cheat if I wanted to. See, when you're playing Street Fighter 6 online,
So he's
you actually
saying he's
have no
fighting
clue.
cheaters. He's literally
Facing-
using the Wingo
you'd be facing
excuse.
someone who's
Oh, they're
even with
cheaters.
you,
They're
and you'd be
cheaters. They're
facing
cheaters.
someone who
That's
has
why I
10
lose, because
fucking
they're all
advantages on
cheaters.
top of you. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that is just
Okay?
ridiculous. That
So
fucking
this whole
gulp.
cross fucking platform
That
thing,
fucking
I don't
chew,
know,
man.
I really don't think it's fair. You know, I don't. I'm just being honest. It's funny because, as you guys have seen, when I'm playing and I try to respond to stuff, sometimes I can. Sometimes
my
I can
God.
counter drive impact. I do it sometimes, not all the time. There's some
I'm
people
not
I
gonna
pick
do
up
the
every time,
homework.
instant
You can do it
counter drive
yourself.
impact.
But if you look
Why?
at any of
They
his
have 120
streams,
hertz refresh rate or higher.
a lot of times when
So
he
they're seeing it
loses,
before me, they're able to respond to
it's
it
a
before me.
PS5.
I have way less frames to react to. They have twice the frames or more to react to.
What the fuck?
So anyway,
It doesn't work that way.
basically what Brian said is it's not that big of a difference, but those are the differences and why probably most people are playing on PC, including him. He's playing it on PC. Okay? So anyway, yeah, you know, I'm playing this game online, and it's been a mess since Wednesday. I don't feel like I've actually
Then stop
doing
playing.
any of these
Really
like,
simple
in casual
solution.
or ranked too. It
Really
hasn't
simple
even been any better
solution.
in each. It just seems like no matter how I'm playing it, it's just fucking delayed as shit. And it seems like it's worse than it was. It didn't feel like it was this bad when I first started playing the game. But if you want to know the truth,
No, I don't
think
want to know
here's
the
why.
truth, not from you.
because in reality, most people have gone to PC who are playing this long term.
Stop!
There's very few consistent players of this game that are just sitting there on console. Most
Stop!
people are playing it on PC, so they all have the advantage now. So
Stop.
literally, if you play it on console, you're the disadvantageous player. You're already playing with a rigged deck, basically, that's against your favor. A deck with no aces in it. So you got to play the absolute hardest you've ever played every fucking match if you want to try to win in Street Fighter 6 online, apparently. It's pretty ridiculous, right?
No, the amount of cope and the
so anyway,
swaying and the corner demons.
Yeah. So it's been a nightmare. 2 days, Wednesday and yesterday.
A
2 streams,
nightmare.
I tried to play with Akuma. All right. So I learned good stuff with Akuma. I'm getting better, by the way. Like I already learned it over the last 3 streams. You know, different normals. Either low.
It's been a
medium kick,
nightmare. I'm getting better, by the way.
Standing medium kick or crouching
I
medium
can't.
punch or standing fierce punch are all his best normals pokes, and they all can 2 in 1. His standing fierce punch is really good. You could like step back and then press it to bait, and if it hits, you could do free combo, a drive rush combo, or you could just do the quarter circle back plus punch, heavy punch move. The what's it called, adamant flame or something like that, adamant fire, and it's safe on blocks. So it's like
Why
really good.
is he
He's got
talking
good
about
combo
this
ability.
like
He's got mix-ups,
there's
he's got
pros
option
in his
select, he's
audience
got
when he
everything.
himself
Problem he
says
doesn't
that
have is
he's not a
health.
pro, he doesn't
His health
care
is low.
about being a
So
pro.
you get hit once, you're screwed, and that's a major problem because online, as I said, I seem to almost always be at a disadvantage. And it just, it's very hard for me to play a new character.
It's so
and
hard
act
for
like I'm
me,
gonna make a
guys.
mistake,
It's
right?
so hard.
And that's the thing, is like, it's a combination of I'm making a mistake and it costs me, and then the game drops my input or won't block or won't react to something, and then it costs me. So I lose, and I lose, and I lose. I literally got Akuma to 5-star diamond after insane great placement matches. And
It's
then as soon as I
placement
got the rank, it's
matches.
like everything runs like shit.
It's
I can't
placement
get the game to
matches.
react normally like it should.
You're
It
not
seems
gonna
like I'm
fucking
playing underwater.
face
That's the best way
the
to describe
best
it. I'm
fucking
playing
players
underwater.
in
Everything's fine, and
placement
all of a sudden I go do something,
matches.
it's like ultra sluggish. To give you some perspective, I'll walk up, I'll do low medium kick, drive
Oh,
rush,
this
combo.
hurts.
The game will do walk up, no low medium kick, standing parry. Even worse. Yesterday I was playing against Brian, so this was the controlled lobby.
Controlled.
I'm playing with Dalsim.
Dalsim.
And
Dalsim.
I did a combo, I knocked him away. After the combo, I wanted to do Fierce Punch Fireball. I input Fierce Punch Fireball. The game gave me standing parry. Why? Because it was buffering my drive rush
What
from
the
the combo
fuck?
that was already completed. And I got burned out because of it. And I'm like, I didn't even touch the 2 medium buttons. I did Fireball plus Fierce Punch. How the fuck are you giving me parry input or drive rush input? This is the experience I'm getting right now. And I don't know how to fix it or solve
This is
it.
beyond
The game is just
insanity.
not good right now. Playing it online is like a nightmare. Like, everything's fucking delayed or dropped or stacked. How do I get a fucking parry input?
There's
2
literally
medium
no
punches
reason for
or
him
2
to be
medium
playing
buttons
right now
when I'm
if he
doing
says
Fireball
it's a
plus Fierce
nightmare.
Punch.
If he says it's that
That
bad.
is a lot of delay that you're telling me that I did that during a combo and you're still reading the input like a full second later when I'm throwing a fireball. I just,
Huh.
I just don't get
Stop
it.
picking your fucking nose.
It makes me scratch my head. I don't understand. Right? So I don't know. I don't know what it is,
Haha.
So, great placement matches, get Akuma to 5-star diamond, then I just can't win it at all. I don't think yesterday, I don't think I won a set. I'm serious. I don't believe I beat a single person in 3 hours of gameplay yesterday. I think I lost to every single person. They would win, I would win, then they would win the third one. Like, pretty much that's how it went all day. So I gained 0 points. I lost a ton of points. I'm now in
That's not what
star
happened.
diamond. And it got to the point where I don't even want to play anymore. I was
He
so frustrated.
went
I'm
down,
like, why do
went
I wanna
up,
play when
and went
I
down again.
literally can't have a match
That's what
completed
happened.
where all my inputs come out and the game reacts to what I'm doing. It's like ignoring me. So I don't know. And again, listen, a lot of people say maybe it's you. You're right. Maybe it is me. And I would tend to say, yeah, probably a lot of the time there's issues with me, but I got all the worst characters in the game to master.
That doesn't mean
without question and
shit.
without issue.
What do you
Right?
mean
There was some
without
challenge, there was
issue?
Zangief for sure, but I got it done. How the fuck can I not play with Akuma?
What?
Doesn't make sense. Why is it now, again, a distinct difference from when I was playing earlier these last month to 2 months, getting
I
everyone
may
else to
be
master
wrong,
and
but I
playing?
think every
Just
single
these
one of his
versus now.
characters
It seems like there has been a big change, and I don't
is going to
understand what it is.
be under 50% win
I
rate.
don't get it. How could I have
pretty sure.
done all those wins and got everyone to master, and now I can't get a single win with Akuma? It doesn't make any fucking sense. And it just gets to the point where you're just like, at first it's anger, and then it's just like resignation.
Why anger?
I want to put out an entertaining stream for you guys. A stream where I just sit here.
It is
and get
entertaining.
spanked, and the game doesn't respond to my inputs.
That
It's
is
not
entertaining
for anyone. It's
What
not
do you
entertaining
mean?
for me, and it's not entertaining for you.
It is.
It's just, it's fucking, why am I playing?
What the fuck is
Right?
he
I might
talking
as well
about?
just
Of
sit here and
course
talk
it
to you
is.
guys for 3 hours, or play a chill indie game, or continue.
It
with
is
Fallout
very
4.
entertaining.
At least we're gonna get some entertainment
Nobody
value
gives
out of it,
two
instead of a game that
shits
doesn't
about
fucking
Fallout 4.
respond. So
Why
don't
the
know.
fuck is he playing Fallout
Again,
4?
I'm not trying to say that I'm flawless. I know I'm not. I'm not the best player. I'm not a pro player.
It's not about being
but
the best. It's
reactions
about
I've
you being
gotten
a
out of this game in the
fucking
last
piece
2
of
days
shit.
are
Stop picking your
laughably fucking
nose.
bad. Okay. So now let's talk about last night.
He doesn't
So
pick his
Friday
nose
night
like
fights, I did
this,
something
like
different.
to
For the
scratch.
first time
He
in
literally
years, I
like
actually did
goes
some gameplay with
in.
my friend
He
Brian.
goes.
He's
My
Christian
friend
was top
Brian.
tier rated, if you
Why
guys
does he
have
keep
seen it.
saying my
And
friend
he actually
Brian?
streamed his
Stop
perspective
this
last night, and I
madness.
streamed my
Stop
perspective
it.
last night. We did a private lobby. Now, Brian is really good at Street Fighter 6. His main character is Minot.
Really
which is
good?
for me because
Not
I don't
from
really
what I've
play
seen.
many or good Minots, right? So it actually gives me good experience playing against him that I need because I don't have that kind of opportunity to play a bunch of good Minots. You know, play
What do you mean?
online, you're playing 1,000 camis and fucking Kens and top tiers. You don't get to play a good mid tier. So, we did a private lobby. We played for about 2.5 hours, okay? And it went really well. Like, first of all, the audience immediately noticed I wasn't getting heated. Because even when things weren't going my way or things were dropping, there's two key
Because he
factors
got
here. Okay?
hundreds and
Factor
hundreds
number
of
one
dollars from one
is that it's a
fucking
controlled
idiot.
environment with someone you trust and is a nice
Got
person,
150
good
bucks
player.
from Jax
That's
off the
different than
cuff
playing
before a
randoms
single match
online
happened.
Who are so salty and desperate and fucking try-hardish to win. They do any means necessary want to win. They fucking teabag and shit. They do dumb shit. They're morons.
Why is that a...
It's fucking mouth drooler idiot gameplay.
What?
Brian is the complete opposite of that. He's a good player. He knows what
He's
doing.
not
He
good.
can use
He's actually really bad.
systems to win. And it's
He's
fun
actually
playing
really
someone
bad,
who
and that's
actually
not
has a
like an
fighting
insult. That's
mindset instead of
just
a door mindset, which is about 80% of
Jade?
the people you play as randoms online. Okay?
Why
It
does he
just-
keep
it
mocking
feels
Jade?
better playing against someone who's smarter. And it's a
Oh my
rare
god,
to
he's
play
mocking
someone who's
Jade again,
smart
'cause
in a fucking fighting game these days.
Jade ain't too
Okay?
smart.
So that's number one. Number two, it's a,
do you mean
it's a
number
lobby.
one?
It doesn't matter if you have a match where things go bad.
I was
and
like
you
number
go away.
6.
It's not
What
like
the
you're
fuck?
fucking trying to play in ranked and get to a rank, and then you're losing points and you're fucking stressing the fuck out over it or anything like that.
Why would you be
And the
stressing?
other
It's a
cool
video
thing
game.
Is that because you're in a lobby, you have the ability to swap characters, and that was one of the best parts I think about it. In the 2.5 hours, I played with everyone. I played with Akuma, but I played with Blanco, Zangief, Lily,
Played with everyone.
Dalsim, and Honda. Honda the least, and Honda looks the most interesting because I think he's changed the most. but I didn't have
Everyone.
enough time to really play with him. And Brian, Brian used Minot, Cammy, Ken.
He
Ryu,
sucked at everyone
Akuma,
except Minot. He knew the combos.
Miles.
That's it.
and he may have picked somebody else. I can't remember if he picked someone else. He might have. Okay.
My friend
So because
Brian.
of that, you got to see variety instead of just me playing
Yo,
with one
Toxic.
character for an entire stream and getting salty
All
at
good, man.
losses. Instead, you got to see back and forth. You know, he was
Yeah,
kicking
no,
my
enjoy
butt,
your
you know,
grass
then
cutting, bro. I
swapped out
did
from
that the other
Lily
day.
to Dalsim, and
It's
I actually
fucking
started
hot out,
getting a good
too.
amount of wins with Dalsim. Then we
This is
swapped,
fucking
and then I swapped from
bad, man.
Dalsim to,
This
like,
is really bad.
Zangief, and I started losing badly again. But then I swapped to Blanca, and after
My
a
friend
couple losses,
Brian.
I started coming back and I started winning. So it was fun to see the back and forth, and a lot of the matches were close. There was some good, interesting, you know, combos and mix-ups and things that were done. It was just really fun.
Yeah,
I
man.
liked that stream a ton,
I
because it's
dipped
something so
in
different than just, again,
and
playing the
dipped
fucking
out,
try-hard
dipped in
randoms
again, dipped right
online.
back out. It was
Any
absolutely
means
dreadful.
necessary must win. Whether it means mashing jab the entire fucking round.
Yeah, it
or
was.
Using the
It
fucking
was.
shitty connection, or fucking teabagging in the middle of a match to be a dick, right? You know, and you know these idiots, if they squeeze out a win against someone like me, who I don't consider myself good, beating Darksyde Phil in Street Fighter 6 is not an accomplishment in any way, shape, or form. I'm a nobody. I've never played Street Fighter 6 offline.
Stop
I've only
this!
played the game online.
Stop
It's not like
this!
I even know how to really
Exactly,
experience
you
it
fucking
in a real
suck.
competitive environment.
You
right?
fucking suck,
These people,
exactly.
you know, oh my god, I beat DSP, and you fucking bragging on the internet about dumb shit like.
Because
that.
it's hilarious.
It's not an accomplishment. I suck. It's not an accomplishment in any way, shape, or form to beat me today in a modern fighting game.
God, this fucking.
But I had a blast, and if you didn't see it yet, a lot of people really enjoyed it because they said you weren't getting mad. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna get mad.
A lot
I
of people.
never used to get mad when I used to go to arcades.
A
and
lot
play
of
against
people.
I never got mad when I had casual sessions.
Exactly.
Offline, I never
It's
got
the
mad.
salt
There's no
production.
reason to get mad. You're playing and you're learning. I definitely learned last night. I saw, you know, Minot versus Zangief. I don't know that match at all.
Why does
I
he
was trying to
keep
learn
saying
this.
Manon? It's Manon. My
You
God.
know, again, I don't get to fight good Minots. So that was a really rare thing, right? So I had a good time.
Fucking testing me
I was like,
today.
this is neat. I want to
This is me.
this kind
Ree.
of gameplay if possible, but I want to know everyone's feedback. So I need everyone's feedback. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? And by the way, go check out Brian's content because he does a lot
My
of
friend
videos
Brian?
like Fortnite and other like online style games like that. But he also does Street Fighter and other stuff.
Go
Brian,
watch his
give yourself a
Fortnite
look,
shit.
Okay, like I said, his
Plays with
channel's
kids a
top
lot.
rated.
It's
You'll
pretty
see
chill.
in the videos I titled them there.
Derek is probably gonna go check him out.
So yeah, give it a look. Let me know what you think. if that's the kind of thing you like, I might do it every once in a while. I'm not saying I'm going to do it every single week or anything. Maybe we'll do it every once in a while. But here's the thing now. If you like it and you like that content, I got to figure out a way that we can communicate during it. Because we couldn't talk to each other. Because I'm on PS5. All right?
Oh,
Brian's on
no.
PC. So immediately we can't do PSN chat. It doesn't work. And we were talking about how could we get it to work. I was like, well, we could talk on the phone. The problem is microphones are directional. Like right now you can hear me well because I'm speaking towards the mic. But unless I have my phone somehow pointed at the mic, which I don't even know how I would do that, you won't be able to hear him talk, right? It's directional. So that doesn't work. Some people are like, well, why don't you use Discord on PS5? We looked into it. But I don't have a microphone for PS5. The only thing I have is the built-in mic in the PS5 controller.
Oh.
And I don't think, again, similar, I don't think that
Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
You know, it's a shitty mic.
I'm losing
so
it.
you probably wouldn't even be able to hear me. Plus, I was thinking, how would that work? Because if I have that controller on and the joystick, doesn't it
Didn't he make
override
like
it?
$300 and some
Right?
yesterday?
I think
Go
it
buy
overrides.
a fucking
So,
mic.
I don't know how,
Stop
again,
swaying.
It's the technicalities of
Order one on
how do I get this to
Amazon.
work?
Just get
How
a
would I
fucking
get
mic, man.
to work with my PS5.
Stop swaying.
Would it have to plug into the controller? Could I plug it into, because this joystick has a port, but I don't know if that's only a headphone jack or if that could also work as a mic. It doesn't say. It's just a fucking port. So I don't even know. This is like something I gotta try to look into and try to figure out. And if you guys have any recommendations, see, the thing is, when I had a PS4, I just wore headphones with a mic. I can't do that anymore because of my ear infections. I haven't worn headphones in 4 years. You know, it sucks. The easy solution is get headphones, and I can't do that. I can't wear headphones.
I can't do it. Oh my god, dude. The dude is insane. The dude
Discord on
is
PC would not work because
fucking
on PC,
insane.
you can only use your microphone for one task at a time.
He did?
So if I'm using this
And the interview was
microphone
like, what,
in
6
OBS,
hours?
so you guys can hear me, I can't also dual use this microphone in Discord. It won't work. You can only use it in one or the other. So I can't do Discord on the PC at all. Plus, if that were the case, I wouldn't be able to hear Brian. His voice would be coming out through the PC over there, which I'm not hearing. So that doesn't work. Basically, we have to get it so that it goes through the PS5. Because that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the audio of the PS5. You know, that's where I'm going to be able to use like a different microphone or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah. His friend Brian.
So we have to figure it out. All right, let's talk about it. If anyone has ideas of a mic for PS5 that's not expensive, that maybe I could set up, but also how to get that mic to work.
Why does the cost
I already know how to
matter?
link Discord to PS5. Like, that's easy. The
Somebody
problem
should
is
clip
getting
this
it set up
for the next
so that
time
I
he
can have
goes
my audio
through
come from a
bankruptcy.
microphone through that Discord.
His second
Brian can hear
bankruptcy.
it. He could talk
And
on Discord
they
and
could be
Discord
like,
would
dude,
link to
you
PS5
said
audio,
you
so
had
we all could hear it
5,000 a
together.
month on business
That's the challenge.
expenses, but you can't afford a
Okay?
fucking mic.
That's the challenge that we got to try to tackle. So let's talk about it. Let's try to figure this out. You know, because Brian plays other stuff too. You know,
Fucking
he's other games
alien,
coming out
man.
and things, and it
Absolute
could be possible to
ghoul.
do some more co-op and stuff. You know, so let's see. I'm very curious what all your opinions are. Let me know. if
He's
you
very
liked
curious.
That session last night. If you thought it's better than the random stuff that I do online with Street Fighter 6 for the last year. If you want to see more of that
He might
style
even
of
be
stuff,
bi-curious.
please share. Okay?
No, he's just really gay. He's not bi-curious. Look at that nose pick. The fuck was that?
You're not listening to what I'm saying at all. And by the
He
way,
goes
isn't
like
that-
this, like whole
Okay.
thumb in nostril. He goes like
I was
this.
what is that picture? I can never see your guys' profile pics at all. They're too
Then
small.
blow it up, dude. Oh my god.
Wade says yesterday's stream was fun. His biggest advice to you was to study frame data in Street Fighter 6, but I doubt you have time for that. For me, I'm not going to study frame data.
Oh.
I'm going to learn on the fly. I'm going to learn. Oh, okay. Minot's standing medium punch is a faster move than say Blanca's low
Yeah.
medium kick. So
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
I can.
work mid-range.
Oh,
Don't
shit,
do
I didn't
low
notice
medium
with that
kick
low.
because her punch will stuff it.
Fuck.
Right? That's what I
There
learn.
we
I'm
go.
not going to sit there and study the fucking
Damn
frames and memorize 8 frames versus 7 frames, and this has frame advantage. It's a fucking fighting game. You learn by beating people up. You don't learn by
No.
studying a fucking guidebook online with a bunch of fucking numbers, all right?
No.
That when I was growing up, there was no frame data. None of this existed. You go to the arcade and you learn the shit and you implement it. You don't fucking study like a
Batman.
fucking nerd in a book, pointing at numbers and fucking with your protractor measuring angles of the jump angle to see the hurt box and hit box hitting here. You play the game. That's how you learned it, you know? So anyway, yeah, but yeah, I would love to be able to communicate with Brian if we do further sessions. I think it makes sense to talk it out and figure out what's going on, right? Okay, anyway, so it went well. Let me know what you think. See, that was weird. I had 3 straight streams of frustration, and then I had one really good Friday Night Fight stream, and I was like, that was like refreshing and something different. And it was very fun.
Refreshing.
And I learned, which is the other good thing. If you're learning, that's again, I've already said this.
Learning.
It's okay to lose in any competition. It doesn't matter what competition in life you lose in, as long as you learned something from it to improve yourself, then it doesn't matter that you won or lost. You're still improved and you got something out of it, right? When I'm sitting here trying to play online play against randoms with Akuma and half of my inputs drop and the idiots just fucking play shit patterns and it makes me fucking want to punch the wall. That's not. I'm not learning.
You can't be this stupid.
I'm just
no
getting
way.
my blood pressure up and I'm getting pissed off.
There's no way.
When I play against Brian, I actually
You're
learn
literally
stuff.
playing
I have fun.
against randoms, which is the best way to learn. Because you're playing against every kind of fighting style possible. Because you're playing against hundreds, if not thousands of people.
And the best players sit around playing
No,
Street Fighter
let's
6
just play
all
with
day
one
long, and they travel the
fucking
entire
gent
world playing
who
it nonstop,
sucks.
and it's their job and their life. Street Fighter 6 is not my job and my life.
Oh, this is terrible,
it's not.
man.
It's never going to be. So if that is your conception, you are sadly very, very misconceived. It's just
if that's your
something that I do in the midst of
misconception,
everything
you've
else.
been
It just so
misconceived.
happens that I'm
That's
I'm
a
pretty good at
DSP
fighting
quote
games,
of
so I have a
2024.
lot more competitive nature to it, but I'm not going to be doing that.
What
I'm
is
not gonna
that even
be
supposed to
massively
mean?
investing tons of my life into Street Fighter 6, right?
Stop picking
Exactly.
your
Big Mama
nose.
Phil says it was very fun watching you have fun with the game. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it used to be like. Used to be you go
What's
to the
that
arcade,
wit?
you just have fun.
That's what it's
You put
supposed to
Friends
be.
over your house, like when I first started on YouTube.
Stop
and I was
picking
playing
your
Street Fighter
face.
4, I would have everyone come over, and we would all play casual, lobbies and circle and everything. We'd have a ton of fun.
Just
Playing
won't
with various
stop.
characters and stuff. That's what it's all about. And then, hey, you play enough, you get good, you go to a tournament, you win, great. You lose, big deal. But, it's not supposed to be every moment that you play the game
Corner
is like the
demon.
sweats fucking try-hard competitive, annoying-ass fucking people online. It's just stupid. And it's sad. It's just the mentality of what the whole fucking community's become. Every moment is so ultra serious. You missed the point of fighting games then. Really. You did. You missed the whole fucking point. It's not supposed to be that. I said we had some really good matches where they were like super close endings and stuff, and that's really neat.
It's really neat, guys. It's really neat.
So anyway, good stuff yesterday. I hope you all checked it out. Schedule.
Yeah,
Today,
he loses his
D&Ds all
goddamn
day.
mind, man.
Let's see which ones end up being cool and fun that you guys want to see more of.
Like,
There will be
typical rage
food at some point. I
compilations
don't know
don't come
what.
from
Depends on my
fighting
wife, how
game
she's
players.
there'll probably be
Not
some
unless
moves over
it's
the course of
like
the day, and, probably not immediately
live
but, a little bit into the day I'll have a
games,
different
right,
view,
where
right?
they're sitting next to each
And,
other. Stop picking your
and then,
fucking face.
Later
Typically,
today,
rage comps are from like
excuse me,
first-person
boy, I'm being
shooters and shit
stupid,
like
'cause
that.
I got distracted
So,
by chat. Tomorrow
I think
is
Phil
React
might be
Day.
one of the worst
Tomorrow,
fighting
no
game
games at all. So
rage
today I'll fully
bitches
have
out
indie
there.
games. Tomorrow, no games at all. Tomorrow it's time to react. So it's going to be the DSP versus the
You-
Internet Clip show on DSP React.
I
It's
got
gonna be the
two
premiere
things today.
of the Retro React event, Mario and Sonic at the 2012 London Olympic Games over on DSP Throwback. That's going to be neat. Seriously, that's going to be so neat because for
So
me,
neat.
all right, that's one of my favorite co-op playthroughs I ever did from back in the day. It's so much fun. It was from 2011. It was so much fun. Just 3 guys
Yeah.
dicking around, hanging out, razzing each other,
Exactly.
playing a silly-ass game, having fun with it. And like I said, from time to time, I still go back and watch some parts of that playthrough myself just to put a smile on my face if I'm feeling down or
Oh
pissed
my
off about something.
god, dude.
It always makes me laugh.
Yeah,
So that's going to be
for
fun
sure. When
to
Phil loses his
actually
goddamn
see
mind,
that together,
like
starting on Sunday night.
he just
It's going to be super
he's
fun,
rocking,
I'm telling you. And it's not
he's
a long
getting
one. I think
red,
that
and
we
he's
played,
like
like,
working
6
himself
hours of
up.
it that day or something like that. But it's such a fun experience. So anyway, so that's Sunday night. Then Monday we return to games. Monday's daytime stream will be Street Fighter 6. And I decided no Akuma. Enough with fucking Akuma. All right? I like the character. But right now, I'm just so frustrated at trying to play with them. What I want to do is try to play this new version of the game with these characters that I'm good with already.
He's
So
good
I
with
haven't decided who yet, but I'm gonna pick
50% win loss or less, by the way. But he's good with
play
them.
online.
He's really
on
good with
Monday
these
stream,
characters.
and try to get back into the swing
Run
of things.
away!
Hopefully, instead of being so ultra fucking frustrated, pick
Or in the
characters I'm good
bathroom.
with. So
There's
that'll
the
be
bathroom,
Monday's
Matt.
daytime stream, and then Monday night is the conclusion of Hellblade 2. We've only got 1 to 2 hours left, and so that'll be fun.
Runs
to
the
finish
fuck
up the game
away
and see
every
how it ends.
goddamn chance. Man.
Tuesday is the premiere of Multiverses. Yeah, Multiverses actually fully releases on Tuesday. And it's going to be exciting to see what modes the game has and stuff, because I actually don't know. I don't know if they put any single-player content into it at this point, or if it's just going to be online modes, but there's all new characters now. You got Jason Voorhees, you got Agent Smith, you got the Joker, you got all the characters that were added that I never played, like Stripe and other characters like that. So, it should be fun. Hope you'll join me for that, and we'll see if it's any good. And if it's something good, then maybe I'll keep playing it. We'll see. And then probably that Tuesday night, I was thinking we'll probably do like Fallout 4, so we can at least get some Fallout 4 into the rotation.
I'm skipping
for this
that one.
week.
Hard
And
skip.
then Wednesday, we could kind of do whatever. But I'm thinking if Multiverses was good, we might want to keep playing it. So I guess Wednesday we can decide: do we want to do Street Fighter 6? Do we want to do Multiverses? Do we want to do Fallout 4? Like, we have all these options, right?
All these
All
options.
these good games. Now, also, depending on how today goes, there may be one or more indie games that we like that we want to get into the rotation. And so moving forward
Stop
into June,
picking
there
your
might or might
face.
not be Multiverses depending on how it goes. We're going to continue with Fallout 4, and then maybe we'll have some
It's
indie game
not
stuff. And this
normal.
will be our
Nobody touches their
rotation
face that
for the
much.
next
Like,
several
it
weeks
has to
heading
be
into
some
June.
form of
Keep in mind, there's other
tism,
things
right?
too. For
It has
example,
to
the
be.
System Shock remake
It has
is
to
coming
be.
out. Maybe we
Yeah.
could do that. And this is
Spider
all, of course,
hands.
leading
Spider
into
hands.
insanely cool
Spider
event,
hands.
Shadow of the Erdtree DLC coming
Spider
up at the end of
hands.
June that everyone wants to see, including me, of course. And
He's wilding today, dude. He's doing everything. He's pulling
in
out all the
addition to-
classics.
In addition to that, keep in mind in early June we have all the events.
What was
The
that?
Summer Game Fest, the Xbox Direct. We have to
Xbox
figure out
Direct.
how I'm going to be covering that stuff, because I don't know. I actually don't know if I'm going to be doing it live coverage, if I'm just going to do recap reactions. We haven't determined that yet, and that's coming up quick. That's in only like 2 weeks. So we got to figure that out, guys. Okay?
2 weeks to figure out a
System Shock
fucking
remake did come out.
schedule.
I thought it
Oh
did.
my
I knew they all
god.
came out around the same exact time. So, all right, cool.
It's probably what it is. It's the gout crystals. They're slowly making their way up his hands, and he's
All right, so
pushing them
folks,
back down.
It is time for DSP news. A very short one today. We don't have a lot
Stop
of stories
picking
to
your
talk about
fucking
today, which is
face.
fine.
His face is all red
Here we
because
go.
he keeps touching it over and over and
Story
over
number
and over
one.
and over. Like, look at his face
Oh,
right now.
I only
His
have
nose
one
is
story.
fucking
Thought I had more
redder
than one.
than
No, I
his
only have one story
gaming news
today.
by Phil Burnell.
It has
Why
been
does it?
revealed that there is a new Doom game
Why does it say by Phil
is going to
Burnell? I
be
just noticed
revealed
that. How
during the
fucking
Xbox
retarded you have
Direct
to
coming
be.
up in early June. The name of the game is Doom: The Dark
That's
Ages.
horrible.
Okay? Early details is that it's going to be Doom,
Shouldn't it be
but in a medieval world.
DSPN
And
BPB?
it's going to be cross-platform, meaning it is not just
DSPN
going to
Gaming
be on
News by Phil Burnell.
Xbox or an Xbox Studio game. They're saying that it's going to be cross-platform on PlayStation and on everything.
Darksyde Phil News
Okay.
Gaming News by Phil Burnell.
Now, how do I feel about this? Well, number one,
That's a very Phil.
I loved Doom
Title.
2016.
It's a very Phil
I
title.
did not love Doom Eternal. I felt that what happened was Doom 2016, they tried to make a hybrid game that kind of played like classic Doom, but then added some new elements. That was fine. With Doom Eternal, they basically ditched all the classic elements. They just made it a game based on complete
It was
visceral
great.
movement and combat. Just you're constantly moving,
Yeah.
shooting. Right? If you
Shooting.
remember, it was like rock, paper, scissors. You had to
Shooting.
keep doing one kind of damage to get armor. You had to get the armor to get the next thing. You had to
Yeah.
get the rage thing to get the next thing. And it just kept going in a loop, if you remember. So if you kept flowing, free flowing in the combat between these three things, basically you could just coast through
You
the
could
game, and that's
flow
what the
it.
game was. But it was constant adrenaline, constant movement. You didn't really have time to ever catch your breath. There was
Yeah.
never time to just sit back and relax and enjoy
Saying
the
that's a
game or
bad thing.
explore. And that was a big part of classic Doom. And then every once in a while, something would open and scare you. A wall would open, a bunch of fucking, demons behind it or whatever. Oh shit, jump! I gotta, survive. But that was part of the element of classic Doom. A lot of people would argue that classic Doom was like horror, right? Doom Eternal feels nothing like Doom at all. It really, it just doesn't. It's like, this is where they wanted to go with the series to change it.
Doom is a
But
horror game?
If that's the case, then don't call it Doom. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like Doom. And by the way, the plot is ludicrously stupid. The game's plot is so bad. Oh, yes, the Space Marine actually was not just a Marine fighting off an alien invasion from hell on Mars. Oh, no, he was a superhero who was going through space and was known as this fucking guy. He was also fighting these not only, you know, hell demons, but angel aliens and things. It's like, what the fuck did you do? You basically turned a franchise that used to be just simple fun.
Oh
Hell on
my
Earth,
God.
hell is coming, kill the demons, save the planet.
Yeah,
Ultimate
nobody's
badass.
allowed to
Instead, you
expand on the
overcomplicated
universe or
it
the
into
lore.
This convoluted nonsense of you have to
Nope.
constantly be moving around and fucking. Oh, I got fucking ADD.
The fuck are these
I can't just
movements?
sit here for 5 seconds and do some lore or explore or have some atmosphere.
What the-
I gotta
what are
go over
these
here,
movements?
Rip your head off, shove it up your ass, take a shotgun, one barrel up each nostril, boom, blows your head up. Oh, the brains absorb all the fucking rage. Rage, punch up. Like, dude, what the fuck? You chill out for a fucking second. Not everyone likes that. I didn't like it at all. Like,
Oh
this
my
isn't Doom
God,
at
dude.
all. And it's
He
okay
tells
if you
people to
like it,
chill out
that's your
after
style of
doing
game.
that.
That's not Doom at all.
He tells people to
So,
chill out after
when they're
doing
now
that.
saying, oh, so this is now going to be Doom Medieval or whatever, right? Well, what's going to happen? If it sounds to me, here's what's going to happen. So now you don't even need guns because now it's just the same formula, but now you're going to have fucking swords,
Swords?
right? And fucking lances and spears and visceral carnage running around doing flying kicks and punches and slashing and with the sword and stuff. So
It's
basically,
way
you're putting
too
nothing like Doom.
advanced for his
Like,
pea
literally,
brain,
it'll
Batman.
It'll not be
Don't
Doom
ask
at
him
all
to read or
in any way,
understand
shape, or form, but you'll
anything.
still call
He
it Doom
ends up
because you want
reading
the
by
name
accident.
recognition. You know, Doom 2016 was
His
cool. It had
brain
the
is
secret
like
rooms from original Doom. Remember
a
that?
solid
That was
sponge
neat. It was like
made of
it was
rock.
a game that
So it kind of
understood it had to
retains a little bit of
change
water,
for
but
a modern
it's
audience, but it also was an homage to the classics. So it was like that perfect formula of nostalgia and also new gameplay. Doom Eternal said, "Fuck you if you like the old Doom. Go fuck yourself. I only care about these new kids who like fucking snorting pixie sticks up their fucking noses before they play video games." Like, what? You know? Anyway, so I didn't like Doom Eternal because of that reason. I played the whole thing, I beat it, and at the end of the day, I was like, wow, that was such a fucking disappointment. And apparently, I'm in the massive minority. So many people, I guess, loved Doom
yeah.
Eternal.
There you go.
Not me.
There you go.
I thought that Doom 2016 was a much better game that felt more like Doom. And I think that Doom Eternal ran it off the rails to something that it wasn't supposed to be. It lost the spirit of classic Doom.
He
and
ends
the
up
plot was
confirming
stupidly shit.
that
So now, now it's
he's
Doom Medieval. So now
his
you're gonna
take
go
is just
fucking
horrible.
be a space knight, and you're like, dude, no. you want to know if they want to do Doom Medieval? Don't make Doom Medieval. You know what they should make? Hexen. Anyone ever
leave
played
Hexen
before?
alone. Leave
So
Hexen out of your
is Doom,
fucking mouth.
Set in a medieval world with magic. So instead of guns, you're shooting fireballs and flames and ice and lightning and stuff like that. And it's cool. There's demons and stuff you're fighting. It's more supposed to be like dark magic as opposed to, you know, Doom. Just fucking make Hexen. Because then it'll be good. Because then it's a different game. It's not Doom. Oh, we need the Doom recognition. No, you don't. Just make a game for yourself. Right? Is it? Monty Mole says Immortals of Avium is a modern Hexen. It's a shame then that the game failed so bad. It's a shame they released at the same time as
Sure, man. Yeah, hey, thanks for
Baldur's Gate
dropping
3,
in.
So no one
have
played
fun.
it, and
And
EA didn't market it at all.
I hope it's not
so
too
no
hot
one
for
even
you
knew
out
it
there, because
existed.
yeah, it was
It's on
absolutely
Game
brutal
Pass
here
right now,
yesterday.
Immortals of Avium, if anyone wants to
Hope
give it
it's
a look.
bearable for you.
Maybe it's good.
Catch you later,
Maybe
man.
it's something to play, right? Okay. So anyway, that's the only real news. I couldn't find anything else, so now we... Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on, calm down there, Dumas. All right. So, the wrong thing. Let's start with shout-outs, shall we? Let's do some shout-outs.
Oh, God.
Oh
my
God,
God,
I felt that
dude.
coming. Oh my God. Before I start with shout-outs,
Game over, man. It's game
I just want to say
over.
today is one long stream, okay? It's not 2 streams. It's one long stream. Typically, during a day like today, all right, my goal
Oh, my
would
God.
be to hit $50 in
Now he
tips
wants
on
$100
each
bucks.
stream.
It was $100 off
Obviously,
the
if I'm
rough,
streaming
off
all
the cuff.
day, then that means my goal is probably to hit around $100 in tips.
Oh my
every
God!
day.
Here we go.
Today would be a great day if you're going to be around and you want to support the content.
This is the
to
beginning.
maybe do some gifted memberships.
From now
We will
on,
likely
he's gonna
have a
ask for
variety of
$100
different
every
people on the
stream.
stream
Here it
today
is.
for various
This
different
is the
games,
beginning of the end for
right?
Phil.
As opposed to just, oh, I'm here only for Street Fighter. I'm here only for this style. We'll probably have a bigger, wider group of people here to check out different indie games. So if you were thinking of supporting the channel via, gifted memberships, today would be a great day to do that for sure. So thank you in advance. Now, today, would I do goals? Yes, I would. Yesterday, Wednesday, I wasn't doing goals.
No, he's not gonna
I
do
wasn't really putting
goals.
on
Don't
hats, I wasn't
fucking
doing
fall for
vests.
it.
Why?
He's not gonna do
When I play
shit
Street
for
Fighter,
you.
I get fucking
He hates
heated,
you.
If you haven't noticed, my adrenaline goes way up, my body temperature goes way up, my blood pressure goes up.
Such
I can't
a
be piling
fucking
on
F word.
clothes onto myself in that
What the
situation.
fuck,
I'm
man?
gonna end up feeling sick and not
Feeling
doing myself
sick?
a favor, being completely soaked in sweat. Today
Soaked in
is
sweat.
a much more laid back day where we're just gonna relax, have a good time
Relax.
together.
Just gonna relax.
Yes, there absolutely will be goals in effect. Whether or how much of an effect is up to you. Like for example,
Oh my God.
right now if we hit $50 in tips, I don't know if I would put on the Gunner glasses for the podcast, but I would probably put it on when we're playing games because it makes sense then.
What's he
Right?
doing right
We
now?
would probably swap if we hit multiple goals. Like we've done this before in marathons. Let's say we hit the full $150.
What is he
tips goal,
doing
so I got a
right
hat and
now?
a vest on. We hit 200. We could do a hat swap. Something
He
like
wants
that.
200 now.
Okay.
Whoa!
We'll see how the day goes over the course of the
Whoa!
day. I'm
What's
not
200
expecting
now?
anything crazy or anything like that at all. I'm just saying, hey, it is a longer day. It's going to be one very long stream. And it'll be great if you support it. Thank you in advance.
Stop begging.
All right, so now let's get to shout-outs.
I wish I had
We start
skip
off
juice.
with
I have
No
no skip
Tango
juice. This is
Dinero,
life.
who did a super chat and said chill day. Thank you to No Tango Dinero for that. Magoo did a $5 super chat. Thank you to Magoo. And Hair
Magoo.
of the Dog just did a $2 super chat.
Like
Let's
Mr.
go
Magoo?
ahead
Like a blind fuck?
and get Hair of the Dog on the leaderboard.
Hair of the dent. Hair of the jade.
Also, Sergio just popping the 26 month
Faggio. Faggio. It's
membership
pronounced
message. It
Faggio,
says,
Phil.
Hey, Phil, good to be here. It's good to have you here, Sergio. Welcome to the stream.
Faggio. Welcome to the stream.
Dan says, can we tip for shots today? Well, first of all, I don't want to start
They
drinking
want to
yet,
get
it's too
full
early,
drunk.
But maybe if we get into
How
games
fucking
and
crazy
then,
is that?
If food is coming close, maybe we, something like that. But I haven't done that in a
He
while.
wants money.
Right? I really
Tip him
haven't.
more.
I haven't done that in a while. Tipping for shots and stuff like that. Jade, thank you. He says, I hope that your wife feels better
God's
and
did
fast.
face
And say
pick
hi
it.
to Kat. I'm just going to be here to chat today. Sounds good. Jade, you might like some of this stuff. Jade, did you ever watch me play Hades a few years ago? I liked the game a lot. It's pretty good. I don't know about these other games, though.
You might
I don't know if
like
Pizza
some of
Tower
this
or Noise
stuff.
is gonna be anything
That's a
good.
great way to sell your
Maybe?
product.
I don't know. But it's good to have you here hanging out.
The swaying, man.
All right, so
and
anyway.
the face
Oh, my
picking.
nose.
Stop picking your face,
Thank you,
dude.
Sergio, for 26 months as a member.
It's Faggio.
We have a tip to start today. A $25 anonymous tip. There's no name attached to it. Thank you for whoever this is, a $25 anonymous tipper. I really appreciate that.
That's so
Get the
gay.
tipping started today. But
So
there's no
gay.
name on now.
So gay.
I gotta fix this text. See how skinny it looks now? Because they changed it. Hold on a second. Since we're here doing this, why did they change that? Font weight 400. I think I used to have font weight 800.
I don't even
Let's
do
try font
this,
weight
and
800
I
in
have
save settings. Let me test this
fucking
again. Okay, ready?
like one person watching usually at most.
It's
One
much
or two
better.
people watching
I
at
need
most.
font weight of 800. Whenever I do these animations, I have to save it.
And I don't even do that. I'm just gonna go in my
I can
OBS
also
and I'm
change the
gonna
color. I think
edit
that
this.
one, it matches
Like I
the
get it moving
overall
shit
white, so
around. That's
good.
fine.
For some
But
of the
you
other
don't
ones, maybe I'll
tell
change the text
fucking
color.
people while
But I
you're
like that
supposed to be doing
matches.
something
I have
just to
customize
change the
some of this stuff.
text and
Okay,
be
so thank you to
struggling
the
with it,
anonymous
like
$25
physically
tipper, whoever you
struggling
may
with it.
be.
It's horrible. Horrible.
I appreciate that very much.
He has a keyboard on one side. One here. He has another keyboard. He has his phone.
And that's
He
our first
has
tip of the day.
like 4
And I
controllers.
think I'm caught up. All right, so our poll is in, and Pizza Tower has won to be the first game we're going to be playing today. So
my
Pizza
God.
Tower will start the marathon, and then we'll do a poll after Pizza Tower is done to determine what the next game is. And that was close. That was 35% to 34% of the vote.
So close,
Excuse me,
guys.
Pizza Tower.
Stop.
Cool. Shout out to Rhino H2, who just did a super chat. Says, I've been a fan since Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Wow. You've been a fan for a very long time. Thank you, Rhino H2, for the super chat. Good to have you here
Thanks
today.
for the money,
Hope you're ready
stupid.
to
Wow.
Have a relaxing day.
We're gonna relax. Take our pants off.
It's going
Wow.
to be so relaxing compared to the last 2 days.
Whoa,
I really,
sus. Calm down.
I'll be honest with you guys. I
Calm
didn't
down.
actually.
I can't handle all this relaxing. Stop
plan
picking
it
your
this
ear.
It's not like I was like, oh, I need to have an Indies marathon after Street Fighter 6. It just
You
kinda
do, 'cause you want
lined
money.
Up this way. So I am so happy to have this relaxing day after the stress that we've had in the last week. Can you turn off crossplay when playing Street Fighter? You can, but we tried it
stress.
and it made it worse because you have way less players.
The stress,
That's the
he
problem.
says.
Like, if you turn off crossplay, you end up playing the same people all day. As opposed to if you have crossplay on, the vast majority
Wouldn't
of
that
people
be
playing
better
Street Fighter 6 are
to
playing it on
be
PC.
on the same playing
So
field?
you need to have crossplay on.
No,
to
you
get that player
don't.
base,
Not
so
if
you're just playing the
not
same
if your
people
goal
regardless,
is
you know,
to
just
be
endless
fair to
same
your
matchups.
own
It's boring.
matches, like he keeps complaining. Right?
Thank you very
Right?
much, Dark Soul Master. Dark Souls Master did a super chat. He says, Phil, hope your stream does well.
Is it
Elden
Dark
Ring's
Soul
coming soon.
Master or
Yeah,
Dark
a
Souls
little over
Master?
3
Because
weeks,
you
right?
keep
Just about a month now.
flip-flopping.
And of course, I'm excited. More and more information keeps coming out about the DLC.
Are you retarded, Phil?
The more they talk about it, it sounds more like a semi-sequel, right, than a DLC. It's gonna essentially be around half the length of Elden Ring, and Elden Ring.
Fucking
Played the whole
weird
game
ass
around 100
motherfucker,
hours.
man.
So it sounds like we're getting like
He's
a
a
50-hour
fucking
experience
freak,
out of
that's
Shadows
what
of
he
the
is.
Erdtree, which is pretty dope, right?
Pretty dope, right?
Lamb's Cut Tie
Right.
says it was nice to see you actually having fun playing Street Fighter 6. It was a great night. Thumbs up. Thank you for the feedback.
God, that's
I'm
so
happy to hear
gay.
that. Because you know you get nervous. It was number one. It's the first time that I've
My
done
friend
anything
Brian
like that in many years.
Showed me his
To do
penis,
stuff
my
like that
friend
in
Brian.
ages.
Um,
I was nervous that people were
took
gonna
his
be like,
pants
oh,
off,
You know,
um,
it's just the same person over and over. It gets boring. I don't think so. I think
it
it's
was
gonna be both.
boring. It was
There's a
horribly
variety of
boring. It was
characters. It
insanely
ended up not
boring.
getting bored, right? If we were
No.
all just, if it was just Blanca versus Minot for 2.5 hours, you probably would have went to sleep. But because
Oh my
you know,
fucking
the variety
god,
that was
dude.
played ended
The
up being better,
variety.
right? So I think that's why it worked.
The variety, guys.
Ben Boxer says most console players on Street Fighter 6 use Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, I've noticed. I don't know about most, but some do, which is very stupid. You should never be playing a competitive game online with Wi-Fi in any case.
But they don't care.
just
It's
a
not important to
detriment
them.
everyone playing. Oh, Jade loves Hades. I'm glad you love Hades, Jade. Cool. I'm
Oh,
excited
Jade,
to see
you
if
love
Hades
Hades?
2
Huh, good-
is
good thing,
similar
Jade.
or even bigger, like a big improvement over the first one. You know, I don't know. I really hope it runs well on this PC. I don't know. I hope we can adjust it and make it run good because Hades 1 ran really well on what was it? Xbox Series X.
Xbox.
So I hope
Xbox.
that Hades 2 runs well on this mini PC. Fingers crossed, everybody.
Fingers and toes, Phil. Stop picking your fucking nose. He's disgusting. He's
It's
so
visually a lot better, but it
gross,
plays a little
dude.
different.
Fuck.
Ah. Interesting. I like how in Hades there were so many different builds, right? You do a melee build.
See,
with
the
a big
reason
sword,
why
you do a melee build
people
with a big,
would stay away
powerful,
from him
chunky
is
weapon
probably
that can
because he
charge.
smelled
You
like
do ranged
shit.
attacks with the bow.
And that's
You
probably
know what I
also
mean?
why
Magic.
Kat can't stand being with
There's
him,
so
and
many
probably
things
why
in
she
that game
can't
that were
sleep in
neat.
the same bed as him, because he smells like shit. He said it himself. He farts all the fucking times. He's just farting and belching and snorting just constantly,
Purple Mouse
24/7.
Gaming. I really hope that you'll get Brian on Street Fighter 6 chatting
Oh my
with you because I
God.
loved watching when you guys played Apex Legends together with him and Kekken. Yeah, it was many years ago. I think he would bring some great insight to the stream. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I played the entire playthrough of
It's horribly
Destiny 2.
gay,
I
man.
played with Brian, and we did Apex Legends for like a month, and we were winning. Like we were winning constantly. I think we won like 4 or 5 times within like 2 sessions. We were like, damn, it's kind of getting too easy now. We're spanking everybody, right? But the problem is, all right, every time that I do that, when I do a session where I do co-op like that and I'm talking with someone else, people complain that I'm not giving them attention, right? Now, in the case of Street Fighter, guess what? I wouldn't be giving you guys attention much anyway because I'm focusing on the game. So probably if me playing Street Fighter and doing voice chat, it's not
Oh,
that
he
big a
hates
deal,
his fans. It's
because I wasn't
hilarious.
going to be sitting here talking to you guys regardless. I was playing the game, correct?
I mean, you guys are
But
here
when I
giving
did
me
the
money. I'm not going to
co-op
talk
playthroughs,
to you.
people
I'm
liked
gaming, right?
Destiny 2, Apex
Right?
Legends, they didn't do well.
I can't do that. I'm
People
gaming.
complained
What are you
that it was
talking about? I
too
can't
much of
talk
me
to you. I'm
being distracted
gaming.
Talking with the party and talking with the chat, they didn't like that.
Terrible.
Why I kind of phased those out.
Horrible streamer. Just terribly nasty.
Pizza Tower has similar animations to Ed, and Eddie. It's a weird animation. I'm looking at it right now. It's very bizarre.
It's very bizarre. Yeah,
So hopefully
sure
it's entertaining.
is.
I heard
Sure
it
is
plays like
bizarre.
Mario Land or Wario Land, right? Like those old Wario handheld games. And I played one of them or two of them. I played one of them I think on Game Boy, and one of them I played in the freaking Virtual Boy demo. So I kind of know, but I never really played it extensively. But I kind of understand what it is.
You had a Virtua Boy? Man, those things were fucking
I
expensive.
received a $2 tip.
You had a Virtua Boy? Man, he was fucking spoiled.
Pepino is my chunky daddy. It says Pizza Tower hype. Pepino is the main character. Brian is an awesome dude. I give him a follow on Twitch. He has fun content. There you go.
Oh, that's so gay, man. That's probably all I see. Oh,
Cool thing about Brian is he just doesn't do a lot of stuff like I did. Like, you know, he does a lot of the online multiplayer stuff and co-op stuff.
hey,
I
what if
don't.
OIC jumps
So,
ship?
That's a whole different style of
He
content.
goes to
right?
Team Brian instead of Team Phil.
Really?
That'd be hilarious.
It plays like Wario Land 4 on the Game Boy Advance.
That'd be
The
hilarious.
soundtrack is great. They sampled the live-action Mario movie. That's funny.
Ah, 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 ah.
Pro 102 says, never got a chance to watch your Cuphead playthroughs. I've been binging the games. I'm thinking of buying them. Well, oh, you've been binging the playthroughs. You're thinking of buying the game. Cuphead's great, but you have to understand it's tough. Like, it's purposefully made to be difficult because it's supposed to be kind of like old school, very challenging games because they're
I'm
short.
sure the guy doesn't know
You know,
this.
like back in the day, games.
I'm sure
were
the
fun
guy
and
doesn't know
lengthy,
this at
so
all.
they had to make them difficult.
I'm sure the guy
Hey, you
doesn't
have something to
know
do.
what the fuck.
Or, you know, if they were easy, you beat it in an hour. Like, why did I buy this game?
He's just confused. He's a
So,
very
but that's what it
confused
feels like, and I
individual,
like
this
that with
person.
Cuphead, there's different ways to play it, different weapons and stuff.
Mhm.
I like
Very
Cuphead
fucking
and its
confused.
expansion. Sadly, just short games, and that's kind of the sad part is that they're too short-lived. They're super fun for while they last, but they just don't last very long. You know. I may try the Paper Mario remake. You know, we'll see. We'll see if if we get around to it. Right now, I'm not interested in engrossing myself in another RPG. Excuse me, but it's possible.
Is he choking on his... How does he go from coughing to yawning?
Oh, tickle in my throat just screwed me up.
Tickle in his throat? Sus. Pause. Pause. Tickle
Okay,
in his
guys, so we
throat.
have a little bit of extra time.
Pause.
What
Whatever
you guys want to talk about, tag me in the
you
chat.
guys,
Don Finucci already
you
said
guys
I
wanna
have no
know
idea
why
what we're
my
doing today
throat's
for PC.
tickling?
It depends on how my wife is doing, so we gotta see how she's doing later today. Jade says I tried to play Street Fighter 6 on Xbox and you couldn't find anyone. You gotta turn on crossplay. Because then you'll
Poor
play
Jade.
people from all consoles. It sounds like
Poor
gotta set
Jade,
just
reading
for
is really
Xbox.
hard. Like,
You're
really
right.
hard for him.
There's probably no one playing it on Xbox.
Oh my
If you
God.
set it to crossplay, then you'll play it with people on PS5 and PC. That's a menu option.
It's a menu option, boys. That's a menu option.
Actually, yeah, it's in your options when you're selecting your character. You go, I think you press L, left bumper. It'll
Stop
take
this.
you to the menu that says things like ranked or casual play, and then
Can
there
somebody
it should
stop
say
this, please?
crossplay on or off. Turn it on, and then you should be able to get people.
God, this is painful.
Any chance of doing a watch party for Combo Breaker tomorrow? No, I am busy
No.
doing my
Fuck
React
you.
content. I'm not interested in Combo Breaker.
Yeah, eat my ass with a spoon.
Why do less people play Street Fighter 6 on Xbox compared to PC and PS5? Honestly, console popularity. For example, last console gen, if you remember, all right, PlayStation 4 was the console for Street Fighter 5 until it got ported to PC. It never got ported to Xbox. So you could not play Street Fighter 5 on Xbox. So because of that, most people in the fighting game community are either playing on PS5 or PC. They already have the equipment. They didn't buy a console to play Street Fighter 6, do you see? So essentially, it's just
You
okay,
see?
anyone who was
You
left
see?
in the dark or left behind and couldn't play Street Fighter last game, who's jumping on now, probably bought it on Xbox. But everyone else just got it for whatever their already present console or platform was.
You see?
Canadian Debo, you better be happy that I'm not going to ban you right now.
It's Kirk. Kirk is
Seriously. What a dumb thing to say.
back. Is it a racist?
What an incredibly dumb thing
Yeah,
to
he
say.
said something racist. That's Kirk,
Nobody
obviously.
cares. Oh, was Zangief in Marvel vs. Capcom 2? Awful. One of the worst.
He knows it's Kirk.
Basically, Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Everybody knows it's
alright,
Kirk.
You only had 2 chances to be a
Who's
good
he trying to
character.
fool?
If you rush down, or if you had high maneuverability.
High maneuverability,
and/or
guys.
Good, like, cancels. Like, for example,
I had good cancels,
if
guys.
you're Magneto, right?
The
and you can
swaying,
get
I can't
face
take it.
Constantly.
I'm not gonna
great
look at him.
character.
I see him on the corner of my eye, and he's
Sentinel, which is kind of a hybrid of rush down and flying around.
like, what the fuck is he
Storm,
doing?
who could rush down, but also could
Stop.
zone with her tornado into super, and her super was incredibly good, and she had
Stop
high air
doing
combo
this.
ability. The one exception would be Cable, because Cable didn't have much of that, but he had the ability to just keep comboing his super into itself over and over. So if he had level 3 super, basically he could kill anyone in the game instantly if he hits them with the first one. But basically, there was that, and then there was some gimmick play. Like, there were certain characters that people would use for gimmicks or as solely as assists that were pretty powerful. But for the most part, sadly, MVC2, it was kind of meant to be like the ultimate party fighting game with an insanely huge cast. No kidding. Like, 90% of the cast is terrible. They're just not good for competitive play, and no one uses them. Yeah, I mean, like, most of the characters are not used.
Man,
in that
he
game at
just
all.
won't
You
shut the
never
fuck
see
up.
them. They're just a waste of a
He just
spot.
rambles
So many.
on and
So
on
many
and on and
characters
on and
never
on
touched.
about shit that
You
doesn't
forget
matter.
that they're in there. Like, the guy who's the main character of Star Gladiator, he's in the game, and no one, like, ever has used him. I couldn't even tell you what his special moves are or anything, because no one
Does
selects that
anybody
character,
give
you
a
know?
single fuck
They're
about what he's got
terrible.
to say right now?
They,
Because I don't.
They wanted the game to be a fun game with a ton of content, and it ended up just being like 90% of the content is never played, because the top tiers are so brokenly different and faster and better than the rest that no one ever uses the other characters. Shoto's always been better in Street Fighter compared to grapplers. The thing is, here's the thing. With Street
The thing
Fighter,
is, here's the thing.
archetypes are all played completely differently, right? Like, for example, zoners and keep away characters usually don't have high damage output, but the whole idea is if they play perfectly well, you never get to them, so they're keeping you away, but then they have to play perfectly, so make the risk that they can't make a mistake. If they make a mistake and you get in on them, right, then they suck. So that's Darksyde, right? Then you got your grapplers. That's the opposite philosophy, where you need to constantly be close to the opponent and try to stuff their moves or counter hit them or trick them into getting a giant high damage throw, as opposed to other characters who have to do a big combo to do big damage. The grappler just has to get the one throw, right?
This is
But it has
meaningful
to
content,
stuff
by
what
the way.
opponent is doing. So it's different.
People pay for
philosophies,
this.
Okay, Shotos.
If
are
people
meant to
pay
be a
for this,
hybrid.
I
They
know
can
for a
zone
fact
with
somewhere
fireball,
out there
uppercut
somebody would be
stuff, but
paying
they also
random people
can
for
be that kind
their
of
shit, their scat.
in-your-face,
Just a pile of it. Just a pile of shit, literal shit.
in your face.
Give me
fighting,
shit, I'll give
right?
you money.
I'm
I'm sure somebody out there
So
exists.
that's it. Like, they're kind of
'Cause
like jack
Phil
of all
exists.
trades kind of characters.
And Phil is able
And because
to
of that,
scam
Shotos
people
have
making
been
this,
pretty
which
dominant
is
in
just
fighting games for a very long time. Now, there's
beyond
exceptions to that. There's
mind-meltingly
been some games where,
boring
you know, the
and
Dragon Punch
stupid
sucks.
and annoying.
So it's not really a
Beyond-
good reversal move, and therefore it doesn't have much use.
I'm using a
right?
Phil
But for the most part,
movement
in a game where
beyond
the Dragon Punch has invincibility at some
anything
point,
else.
their fireball is fast and is good for
He's
zoning,
disgusting
uh,
audibly,
and they have decent
and
combos.
he's
They're
disgusting
usually up there.
visually,
They may
and
not
I'm
be
sure he's
top here,
disgusting
but
to
they're usually
smell,
up there.
and I'm sure he's
Grapplers,
disgusting to touch.
Honestly, I hate to say it,
Phil
it's not
is
common
just
to see a grappler
filth.
be at the top
Filthy
of the
Phil.
rankings of a fighting game.
Fuck Filthy Frank. This is Filthy
Notably
Phil.
because usually a grappler
The bodysuit is brown,
has a hard counter.
and he instead of
the
wearing
zoner
like
type
the
character.
Filthy
It's very hard
Frank
for a grappler to get
sunglasses,
someone
like the
who's trying to
sports
keep them away
sunglasses, it's the gunner
with
glasses.
fireballs, stretchy limbs, etc. Right? Now, in some cases, Shotos
And
are better in certain fighting
instead
games than
of
others
doing
in zoning.
funny
So in a
pranks,
game where they're zoning better, grapplers
and
have a
doing
hard
like
time. Zangief can have a real
Gangnam
hard time
Style.
getting in
No,
on
what
Ken,
was it?
Ryu, or Kuma, in a game where they can just do fireball uppercuts.
Was it?
You know,
No, it
they
wasn't
keep them
Gangnam Style.
away,
There was
get
a
in.
music video
Even
they
when they're
did.
spinning,
Harlem
clothesline,
Shake.
a lot of the
Instead of
time the
doing stuff
clothesline
like
is
that,
slow. It doesn't
he's
have the
literally
feature
just
hitboxes.
in
They can get
his
through the fireball,
little
but you can't
office
get any
there, just
closer
sitting,
because
shitting.
you're kind of wide open in recovery of
Verbally
the
shitting, I mean.
clothesline. Now, there's
Well,
been
probably
some
shitting his
exceptions.
pants too,
For
but-
example, in Super Street Fighter 4, they gave Zangief the
This is
green
Phil.
hand move, and they made it ridiculously
Phil.
good to the point where it was one of the fastest moves in the game. So Zangief could move across the screen doing an EX green hand and immediately do whatever he wanted. He could do a tick throw, he could do a combo, he could do whatever. And it was insanely good for combos as well, and it would do giant chunks of damage. So, probably out of like all the fighting games that I've played, I would argue that like Super Street Fighter 4 Zangief is probably one of the best grapplers in history, and it's not because
In
he's
history.
a grappler. It's because they gave him this crazy good green hand move that passes through fireballs and everything, has invincibility, and leads to combo setups and mix-ups, traps, everything. But no, in general, grapplers are usually like mid-tier at best, if not bottom. They are some of the weaker characters, you know. And it's funny because everyone says ever since that version of Zangief, like Capcom refuses to make Zangief good in any game ever again, which is kind of true. He was
Oh my God.
shit, terrible
true.
in Street Fighter 5.
It's a shit character, but I'm
bad
good with him, so
in his
praise
appearance,
me.
other appearances too,
Praise
and now
me.
he's not very good in Street Fighter 6, you know. Wade says you were a beast at Marvel vs. Capcom. I watched your MVC 1, 2, and 3 online gameplay a couple weeks ago.
beast.
You would go in a big win streaks in those games. Are you sure MVC isn't your best game?
He's a
MVC
creature.
I played more. Like that was
He's a
the
pig.
premier game. See, I grew up playing classic Street Fighter, but as soon as the Versus series came out, that's all anyone played. So it was hard to even find people playing like Street Fighter 3 or anything. For me, it was everyone's MVC, MVC, MVC. So I had to play it. And MVC 1 and 2, I played the living shit out of. Like I really played the crap out of those games. And so that's why you know I went right. I'm beasting streaks and stuff, right? But it's just funny because now you like no one plays them anymore. Like they went from the height of popularity to
Nobody gives two shits, man.
dead. Now everything's back to
It's been
basics,
20
right?
years,
It's Street
dude.
Fighter again.
It's been 20 years, dude.
Although it is funny because MVC used to be the game known for speed, right? If you want to play a fast-paced fighting game, you play MVC, Marvel vs. Capcom, because everyone had a wave dash, everyone had air dash, everyone had crazy juggles, everyone had infinite combos, right? And then what's happened now, if you haven't noticed, the games that used to be more slower paced, they now all have that. Street Fighter 6 has drive rush. So now you can dash across the entire screen and do fast combos and rushes, which is what used to be the gameplay of MVC. What ends up happening is MVC, or just the Versus series in general, lost prominence, but a lot of the gameplay elements have carried over to other fighting games. You know, if Street Fighter 6 didn't have drive rush, it might not be as popular as it is, because people would be like, oh, it's too slow, right? It plays too slowly.
Here he goes
I don't know.
making giant assumptions.
I like drive rush, but I don't like certain elements.
How the fuck
of
does
it.
he know?
I don't like a game where the entire game is based on rushing.
How do you
And
know?
it seems like a lot of times that's pretty much Street Fighter 6 in a nutshell. But
Giant
there's
assumption.
some exceptions, you know, Dalsim, JP, they don't want to be played as just rushing down, you know.
His characters.
Hair of the Dog, thanks for another super chat. Appreciate that.
Thanks for your money, stupid. Fucking ridiculous.
Don Fanucci is really cruising for a ban today.
Cruising for a
He
ban.
really is.
Oh my god. Flexing the little tiny like arm muscle that he had. He was like,
Mobile Gaming
look
Marathon
at that.
begin shortly. When
Look
the
at that.
podcast ends, we will get set up with the first game of the day.
Game of the day.
What I'll do is I'll take a break to use the bathroom.
Oh my god.
I'll
Dude.
see how my wife's doing.
Why?
You know, I'll see if she's decided anything on food yet. What's up, Venom Snake? How you doing?
This is during work hours. What's he doing? This is during his work hours, by the way, where he has to go check in on his fat wife. If you're gonna like take care of her, take care of her.
Wants to have a last topic
Take
to
the
discuss,
day
tag
off.
me in the chat, or if any contributions come in, I will.
If
shout
not,
them out.
just people are paying for this, man. People actually pay for this shit, for him to leave and go check in on his fat wife.
Am I hyped for the Warhammer game after the trailer? I don't know. It might be good. It looks decent, at least. The thing is, I don't really know Warhammer lore, so for me, it's kind of like, you know, if the game is good, great, but I'm not gonna really understand what the hell's going on or the implications of it, right?
Gets up, sits down, gets up, sits down. What the fuck is he doing? Just, what the fuck, man? Leaves mid-sentence? Oh, this is fucking
We're doing
painfully
4
retarded.
indie games today. First game will be Pizza Tower, and then after that, we'll do a poll over the course of the day to determine the order we play the games. The other games are Hades 2, Noita, and Stardew Valley. Well, congrats on closing on your first home.
Why is he back? Didn't he need to go
Canadian
check in on the
Debo.
fat wife?
Apparently bought a house in Tennessee, so you can't be Canadian Debo anymore. If you're not Canadian.
He was never Canadian, you retard. You retard.
How's the day going for me? It's going all right. So
Retard.
Far, you know, nice
Why do
chill
you say
beginning,
like
which is
that?
what I wanted. I wanted a nice
Because I'm
relaxing
retarded,
start
maybe?
today, which is what I'm getting.
The swaying, man.
What do they call it if you live in Tennessee? A Tennessean? Are you a Tennessean? When I lived in Connecticut, listen to this. You were called a Connecticutter. Connecticutter. I'm not kidding. Well, I'm not Connecticutter anymore. Now I'm a Washingtonian. All right. I'm not Canadian. I changed my name as a parody because I was falsely accused of being Canadian Kirk last night. Well, now you should be Tennessean. You be Tennessean, right? Is that what it is?
Tennessean Kirk.
Tennessean?
Now we can be Tennessean Kirk.
A Tennessite? Are you a Tennessite?
No.
That sounds like a cultist. A Tennessite. I think it's Tennessean, right? That's what it should be. A Tennessean. Did I ever like Evil Ryu or Oni? I never played with Oni. And Evil Ryu, that was Evil Ryu when Evil Ryu released, if I remember correctly. That was the last time I played Street Fighter 4. Like basically got to a point where I didn't want to travel and play in tournaments anymore. I was having way more fun and getting more results.
Said he
just
had
being a
back
variety
pain.
content
That's
creator
why he
on
stopped.
YouTube. So that was when I kind of retired from competitive play of any fighting game.
Is he retconning again?
So I remember at first I was trying out Evil Ryu and trying
Sounds
to
like he
figure him
is.
out, and now I didn't care anymore. So I just stopped playing. And then after that, they released a ton of characters that I never played. Oni, wasn't there also like Kage and others? I think there was like
Kage?
3 or 4 more DLC characters they released for Street Fighter 4 I never even used.
What
And then I've only played Street Fighter 4 at the very end of its life cycle, when they brought in like Hugo and stuff like that, and then they had the final, what was it called, Ultra Street Fighter 4 or whatever. It was the final version. I played a little bit of that, and then that was it. So, but no, I basically halfway through the life cycle of Street Fighter 4, I liked the game, but it got to a point where they kept rebalancing it, and I didn't want to play it as a competitive player, so I didn't want to keep playing over and over and practicing. So it'd be like, okay, time to play. Wait, why does this one character dominate the whole game now? 'Cause that's what it was. I remember there was an update. It was like Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition or something like that. All of a sudden, Fei Long was the best character in the game. And he had been atrociously bad before. And now all of a sudden, he could do a free hit string that's uninterruptible, that has frame advantage on everyone, that does ginormous damage to everyone, and resets, and he can do it again, and no one can really stop it or blow through it. So you just gotta like play a fucking stupid game of waiting game against him. And you're playing it and you're like, what did they do to this game?
Oh my god.
Like, at first, it was kind of unbalanced and broken in vanilla. Then in Super, it was still unbalanced, but it was more fun. But I guess everyone hated the fact that Zangief was good. Then Arcade Edition comes out, and the game was, like, completely fucked up and different. And after that, I was kind of like, you know, I'm stopping to care now. I just don't really care anymore.
Yeah,
This game
me
changing.
too.
It was basically like once a year, the entire game would
Making me
feel
lose
like you're
interest,
playing a new
though.
game again.
Really bad.
It's like, I don't want
Real
that. I want a
fucking
game that I can
bad.
go back to every once in a while and play and enjoy. Imagine if every time you went to go back to play Super Turbo, it was different. Every time you went to go back to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2, there was a new character. Like, huh? So it kind of turned me off, honestly. And I gave up on it through halfway through its life cycle to do other stuff. Like I said, I would dabble in it every once in a while, but I basically just stopped caring.
Dabble.
And then I was basically like all my eggs in one basket for Street Fighter V, hoping it would be good. And it was the opposite. It was like the worst game ever. Then I just got really just disillusioned with fighting games for a long time. Okay. I think, guys, it's time to end the show. Thanks for chilling with me.
Thanks for
a
chilling.
nice, relaxing podcast.
Thanks for
I
the
had a good
money,
time.
stupid.
And what we're going to do now is we're going to swap over to start with Pizza Tower, which I don't know much about, besides it plays like Wario Land or whatever.
This is going to be
So probably what I'll
absolutely
do,
terrible.
Every time that we swap games, I'll probably do a new post so people know. So I'll probably post up on X and on my channel page, hey, FYI, we're going to begin with Pizza Tower. You know, come in if you're interested in that game. Guys, remember, this is one stream today. So today, it would be great if you could support the stream.
Give me money,
Basically,
please.
we're kind of treating it like
me
I'm
money.
doing two. So like I said, my goals usually when I stream is to raise $50 per stream.
Oh my god, he's
So if I raise
he's
100
literally
bucks by the end
asking
of the
for
day,
money right now, like asking for
Consider that a
$100.
success. Anything else? Super chats, membership, gifted memberships,
Money?
appreciated.
All
Today
kinds
would
of
be a
money.
great day
I
with a variety
appreciate
of people that'll
every
probably be on
little
the
bit of
stream
your
for
money.
gifted
Give me your
memberships.
money.
People would probably be here for them and enjoy them.
Thank you.
All right.
All right,
So
money.
please consider
Thank
it.
you.
All right, but in the
All
meantime,
right, money. All right.
thanks for being a chill audience. And
Thanks for
I
the
think
money.
it's time to begin our little marathon shindig. What do you think?
Shindig.
All right.
Oh.
So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed the Level 1 podcast.
Man.
Tomorrow, I'm sure we'll be talking about how all of these games went and which ones perhaps I'm interested
He's gonna
in
do a
playing in the
recap
future,
of a
or you
recap
want to see me
tomorrow.
play in the future.
I hope
And
you're
we'll
all
go from
excited.
there. All right, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy the show. See you tomorrow. All right.
Brain
Cool.
rot. Beyond brain rot.
Good stuff, guys. Well, now I can show you what big picture looks like on my mini PC. There it is. Let me get my camera correctly sized. I have no clue where to put the camera. Probably every game will be different. How much you want to bet? I want to move it around.
Yeah, okay. He's just stupid as fuck. Yeah. I'm not streaming the rest of this because the guy's fucking stupid. And this is gonna be absolutely terrible. So, if you hung around, thank you. If you're watching after, thank you. Comments, questions, feel free. And again, I'm sorry for losing IQ points. It's not my fault. It is Phil's fault. Blame Phil. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. Thank you very much for the restream, Mr. Raw Phil. And yeah, thanks for the chats, Toxic. Big ups, Toxic Cherry Juice, and everybody else. So, have a great day. And if you're watching the stream, take it easy because, yeah, brain rot and all that. Have a good one.